This is our Chevrolet Volt 2018 that we have for 6 years already. And in this video, I'm gonna do a review of this car and what was our experience with this car for these 6 years. We drove 185,000 kilometers already with this car. We were traveling this car across Canada and the United States. In this video, I will give you our long-time ownership review of this car, problems we had, and if it is a good idea to have a plug-in hybrid in Canada. Sadly, the car is discontinued, so if you like this car, the only option for you would be pre-owned market. In general, we had no major problems with the car. We go to a dealer service center every time the car tells us so. Mostly it is for oil change and tire swap balancing, and we do it about twice a year. The only major and costly repairs was the rotors and the brake pads replacement. People at the service convinced us about a year ago that we need to do it. I guess one of the problems was that the rotors were rusted. During lockdowns, Volt was mostly sitting in our driveway. So I think that's when the brakes got rusted. Another thing is that the car used generative braking instead of the traditional braking system, so depending on your driving behavior, the brakes might not be activated for some time. These things also can contribute to the rusted rotors. Anyway, it did cost us about 1,500 Canadian dollars to replace the brakes and rotors. That was the only service costs outside of the scheduled services. From time to time, we are experiencing some glitches with the car. One is the gear shift. Sometimes it doesn't go on park properly and you need to shift it a bit so the system will recognize it. Another thing is the Apple CarPlay. Sometimes it's just losing the connection with the connected via cable phone, which is annoying. Other than that, I have no complaints about the entertainment. These two were only issues I can remember. How's the plug-in system in practice in Canada? It is our second plug-in hybrid. The first was a Chevy Volt 2014 first generation with a smaller battery. Mostly it was enough to charge the car overnight from a regular 110 outlet. The charging time was about 10 hours. This, our second Volt, I realized that the regular outlet is not enough anymore. It was taking about 13 to 14 hours, which was not enough to charge the battery fully overnight. I was lucky to find a used 240 volt station, and we had to install a 240 power outlet in our garage. It reduced the charging time to about 4.5 hours. And of course, if you're considering the plug-in hybrid or electric car, you need to have access to the power outlet overnight, which means you need to live in a house or townhouse or have this kind of outlet in your condo garage. What is the battery degradation situation and what is the winter performance? Electric vehicles are famous for battery degradation. With the Volt, I honestly don't see any battery degradation in 6 years. This Chevy Volt comes with the battery-only stated range of 85 kilometers, but the battery performance depends on the driving behavior and the weather conditions. The battery is best performing in the summer. Even with AC, I managed to get from 19 to 115 kilometers on a single charge. The cold weather affects the range dramatically. The engine automatically starts when it's colder than -10 degrees. By default, it starts when it's colder more than -1 degree, but you can change it in the settings to -10. That could be annoying, especially if you need to drive not too far or to precondition the car before driving. And the car will be burning gas anyway. I think the lowest range during the winter time I got was about 55 or 60 kilometers on a single charge. The car is also very fuel efficient when it drives with the engine on. It has a 1.5 liter gasoline engine, which gives us about 5 liters per 100 kilometers. It hasn't changed over the years. At least I did not notice any changes in the fuel economy. The leather seats are good quality and they hold well. We were not babysitting the car and it is still fine after 6 years of heavy use. The back seats are tiny. It is tight to get in and sit there. It's good for kids, not so good for adults. The drive is okay. The car is relatively quick and the torque is instant on the battery and could have a bit of luck with the gas engine on, but still pretty quick. It is not a sports car, obviously. Overall, I think this is a great plug-in hybrid, and it is a shame that General Motors got rid of this model. They could improve the battery to about 150 kilometers and make it an SUV, and it would be one of the best plug-in hybrids offerings on the market. So this is my 6 years review of our Chevy Volt 2018. This is our experience with this car. We also have Tesla Model 3 that we drive for 4 years already. If you want to know more about Chevy Volt or our Tesla Model 3, let me know in the comments down below what questions you have, and we will try to answer them. If you want more reviews like this on this channel, let me know in the comments down below as well. We would really appreciate your feedback. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. I will see you next time. Bye now and take care.